Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining me today. Um, I started this yesterday. I was not successful. I did 3 videos yesterday, and they all turned out just awful. So I'm gonna try this again today. Um, I have some notes. I have a little bit more organization here. I'm hopeful that that will help with this whole process, and I don't have to edit it too much. That's my goal. So today I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Sorry, one of the things. Oh, by the way, welcome, and if you've already been here, welcome back. If you're new, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that so much. This has been a journey, and it's just started, and I'm excited. Still, so this will make number 4 or 5 videos. I think this is the 5th one, if I'm not mistaken, that I'm going to post on YouTube. So anyway, so I wanted to throw some things out there, ideas that I've had, and share some things. So one of the things that I presented in the Creative Cove from Rob the Maritimer, I had asked for some input from people as to what I should put on my videos, because I'm kind of lost. I really don't know which direction to go. Yesterday I had stuff everywhere and I had thought about, sharing a project that I was working on, and that kind of just, after I watched it back, I was like, nobody's going to want to watch this. It was really not good. Honestly, it was not. And I stumbled all over everything. My camera wasn't working. The focus was off. The lighting was terrible. I mean, it was just all around bad. So I was just like, okay, I got to do this again. And I'm just gonna talk today. I might bring up a couple of things that I've done to show you all, so that you can get an idea of where I'm going with this. So my first thought was to ask you all. I have a whole 3 subscribers, so hopefully I'll get more. But what you all would like for me to see in my videos, and a couple of ideas that I had was art related, how-tos. Is that something that would be interesting to you? A show and tell, like I could show you the things that I've made, and I have a lot. That was one of my ideas. The second idea I had was life related, basically more about me. Would you like to know more about me, my experience, my education, family, growing up, those kinds of things? Is that something that might be of interest to anybody? Or I could throw a little bit of that in with some of the other things. So that was another one. And then the third one is there places that you would like me to go within reason, within the city or within the state, that would be of interest to you? I could possibly take a day trip and go over to the coast before the weather turns, and then or I could go up to the mountains and go to the place where I went on my birthday. I didn't get to video that. I videoed it, but I put it in the wrong format. So maybe one day it'll become a short. I don't know. I don't plan on doing shorts, but it could happen. And then, or the city, which I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really want to do that. But I mean, if it's something that's of interest to y'all, you know, I could force myself to go downtown. I'm not going to drive. I could take the bus. You guys could, I could just be quiet and just film what it's like to take the bus, or, you know, that kind of thing. So, which that, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I could drive, but it's not beneficial for me to do that. I could, you know, I could park, find a place to park, and it's just a nightmare down there normally. So I don't drive. I do drive to work, but then I have a place to park in the building that I work in. So they provide that to us. So thank goodness. So that was the three ideas for the first thing, which was to ask my subs for things that they would like. And the second one was to share some of the things that I'm passionate about. And the things that came to mind to me was for my art. That was one of my passions. And right now I am focused on embroidery, slow stitching. Those are the two most recent things that I've been doing. So I could share that with y'all. And again, it would kind of come down to, you know, I would just show you how-tos kind of thing, or the process that I'm going through, because I don't know if I'm qualified to be teaching people how to do something. That was something that I tried to do yesterday, and I realized very, very quickly on that I'm not qualified to be teaching people how to do things, because I'm still learning myself. So, so that was one thing. Watercolor painting. I do want to get back into doing some more watercolor painting. I really did enjoy it. Again, I'm no professional, but I do like it. I could share some of the things that I do. Again, not in a teaching method, because I don't think that I'm qualified to teach, but I could show you a few techniques that I've learned, you know, that might be of help for some very, very new people out there that have never done it before. And then mixed media, that was another one. Now that would be definitely new to me, because that's something that I have never, well, I shouldn't say never, but I've very, very small dabbled in that. And also bookmaking. I make journals. I've got about a dozen of them. I went in my closet this morning and I dug out some that I think would be worthy of selling. So that might be something that I can share with you, the things that I have I've made, and get some input from y'all on whether or not it be something you think is worthy of selling on Etsy or maybe Ko-fi or something like that. So those are the three ideas. For the plans for the future of this channel, I'd like to start doing some holiday crafting. I have a whole bucket of Christmas crafts that I can get into. Everything from journal making to other types of crafts, and I could do some research on some things that would be easy to do. So that was something that I had considered. Also, I'm gonna switch around my crafting area, and I think I have a table over to this side of me that I would I'd like to set up to do this instead of using, right now I'm using my computer desk, which is fine. But it's, you know, where I do everything else. I do my work. When I do work from home, I use this desk and you know, that kind of thing. So what I'd like to do is set up my other table over here and use it for my videos. So those are things that I'd like to do. So anyway, that's where I'm at. what could I show you? I could show you some stuff that I'm doing right now. I also downloaded some embroidery, what do you call them? Let me see. Embroidery patterns that I was thinking that I would give a go. So that was something else that I want to try to do. I have a lot of ideas. I just have to put them all into videos and not make them, an hour long, because I don't think that that's something that anybody really wants to see. So, yeah, this is kind of a interim between, what I did last time, which was the Kawandi quilt. I almost did it again. The Kawandi quilt. And I do have that out. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. There it is. So, yeah, let me back up here a little bit and show you what I did. So this is it. I'm not done. I'm going to continue making some more on it. I want to do some more stitching, but that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm still, like I said, it's still work in progress. So I'd really like to continue doing some more embroidery stitches on it. Right now I'm doing a stitch sampler. This is what I'm working on currently. Something that I've been doing, and that came out of this book that I shared with y'all last week. I will try, if I can figure out how, to put a link in my description box for, I'm going to be backwards. I don't know why. I can't fix that. I don't know how. I don't know how to make it so that it's not. So The Geometry of Hand Sewing by Natalie Channon. I'll see if I can figure out how to do a link to Amazon, to where I bought this book, if anybody's interested in that. I haven't set myself up on Amazon to be an affiliate, so I'll have to. My son's going to come over, I think, later on this afternoon, and I'm going to see if he can help me with that. Yeah, let me show you this thing. This is another little project that I did. Jeri Bellini, I think I mentioned her last time as well. She's fantastic. I'll see if I can, again, I'll link her channel in the description, but she's wonderful. This is a little door hanging. You can either put it next to your door or on the door, and I thought that was really cute. I'm going to try to make another one. This is made out of wool, and then this is wool felting. So I'm going to try to do another one, and I want to make it something besides hearts. I have a something. I have an idea. I have an idea of what am I trying to say? Cutting out butterflies and using my brain completely is dead. Cutting out butterflies. Let's just put it there. I know what I want to do. I just got to figure out the words for it. Die cut. I have a die cut machine. It's a hand one, but I can do it on thin pieces of felt. I've already done it for some things, but I that's another story. But I was thinking, I think I have a die for butterflies, and I think what I'll do is I'll try to cut out some butterfly shapes and do one with butterflies on it. I thought that would be really pretty. So those are kinds of the things that I've been doing. But as you can see, I have so many ideas in my head of things I want to do. So, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning this YouTube thing. I'm still learning how to edit. I'm still learning, how to do all of this other stuff by putting, people's channels in my description box. And I'm going to have to, like I said, I'll have to look into that. I know that I kind of have an idea of how to do it. So there's that. So you guys let me know. Hopefully I get enough people to, communicate what they'd be interested in, to see where my videos can go. And if not, then I'll just use these ideas and go one at a time and see how they do. So far, I mean, I'm getting okay views, and I didn't get into this. I wasn't really paying attention to the whole view thing, and, this whole new thing that came up with the YouTube, and, having to have more views and more hours, watch hours or whatever. I it didn't really affect me that much, because my mindset is I'm doing this for fun, and that's it. If, like I said, later on, if something happens and I actually start making money on it, that'd be fantastic. But I'm not focusing on that a lot right now. That might change. I might see an uptick in people getting on my channel, and wanting more things, and so that might change for me. So, and that's okay. I'm open to whatever happens. Whatever's meant to be will be. And I just started this because I wanted to learn something new. I wanted to do, something different. My job is not fun at all, and it's stressful at times. It's more stressful than sometimes, or more so than others. I can give you a tiny bit of information there. I work as a federal government contractor. I'm a supervisor. I supervise 12 analysts throughout 3 different states, Washington, Oregon, no, 4 different states, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Alaska. I have 12 individuals that I supervise, and it's a little stressful. It's, like I said, some days are worse than others, but so I have to answer to a lot of questions from the Department of Justice in headquarters in DC, which is, again, it is what it is. But so, as you probably can tell, it's not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I love, but it pays my bills. It gives me a little bit of extra spending money once in a while. So, but anyway, that's what I do for my job, and I'd like to be able to start making more money doing something else that I enjoy doing, like my art and the YouTube, and but I'm not focused 100% on that. I know that, there's got to be something else that I can do outside of my job that will keep me from being so stressed out, and I do tend to lean towards depression. So, and I'm working on that too. So, anyway, so that's what's going on with me. I'm almost at 20 minutes now, so I didn't want to take up too much of anybody's time. Like I said, my son's going to come over. Might be able to edit this a little bit, and figure out how to do the Amazon affiliate thing. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I'll look into it today, though, and get that settled. And I think that's it. That's all for today. Again, thank you for coming to join me today, and please feel free to give me your suggestions, be kind. And I really do hope that share this video with people that you think maybe might benefit from it. And I will talk to you again soon. I think, like I said, I've been doing the one video a week, so I'll get this one up today and go from there. So, all right, have a great week. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.